Hi guys, this is Nikki, aka the Dragon Queen, and today I'm going to do the Goodreads tag. I meant to post this last night, but I was really tired, so I didn't. So there's 12 questions, and it's all related to your Goodreads. The first question is, what was the last book you marked as read? Well, the last book I marked as read was Fairest. I just finished that book recently, and it was really good. I did a review on it. You should check it out if you haven't already. It is a spoiler review, so keep that in mind. What are you currently reading? I am currently reading Winter and Hex Support. They're right next to me right here. That's what I was looking at. Winter is book 4 of the Lunar Chronicle series, and Hex Support is an anthology done by the Dragon's Rocket Ship, my Facebook group. I'm also listening to Yes Please by Amy Poehler. What was the last book you marked as to read? The last book I marked as to read was The Lucifer Effect, Understanding How Good People Turn Evil. This book is a psychology or sociology book, and I've really been intrigued with psychology, sociology, and philosophy lately, and I really want to get into reading some of those books. I usually read fiction, fantasy, and fiction thriller, but I kind of want to get into the whys of characters instead of just the hows. I'm kind of looking forward to getting that. I really want to go buy it soon, and after I finish Hex Support and Winter and my next book, I think I might jump into a nonfiction book to see how I feel about it. Number 4, what book do you plan to read next? The next book I plan to read is Star Trek Crisis in Consciousness. It is on my little table right here. This book. I picked it up at Books A Million purely because of Star Trek. I loved the original series and Next Gen. No debates in my comment, please. I wanted to get back into it, and I miss it. I really want to rewatch it, but it's a lot of episodes, and I have so many other TV shows that I'm watching. So rewatching Star Trek really probably isn't the best use of my time right now, but this is what I plan on reading next to get my Star Trek fix. Number 5, do you use the star rating system? I do. I love the star rating system. However, it wasn't until recently that I started actually doing it appropriately, I guess. I usually gave 5 stars for everything, even like okay books. I now start doing okay books are 3-star, most books are 4-star, and like fantastic, like will read everything written by this author is 5-star. I only have given like a couple of 2-star reviews though, and I never give a 1-star review purely purely because if I don't like a book, I won't finish it. I'm not going to force myself to read something I'm not interested in. I have way too many books, as you can see. I have way too many books to read than I have time. So why waste my effort and energy on reading something I'm not even interested in? And I won't rate it if I don't finish it, because that's not really fair to the author. Yes, I didn't finish it because it either wasn't good or it didn't interest me, but that's not necessarily the person's fault. It might get better, it might have a different ending, the characters might change, and that was just part of the whole plan. And one book actually that did that was, what book was it? There was a book I read, I can't remember the name off the top of my head, that, Gossip Girl, I think it was. But it started off with the female character being really snobby and like perfect, and it just felt wrong. Like, I knew women weren't like that, so I'm like, why is she like this? It doesn't make sense. And then once I got like halfway through, I was like, oh, this makes so much more sense, and it explained why she was doing that. And then I actually was really interested in the character. So I try not to judge a book based off that, but that was one of the few situations where the character purposely was irritating, I guess, to me. So I'll have to figure out what book it was that I recently read. It's on my Goodreads tag, so let me go check it out. It was, oh, Death's Little Helper, I believe. No. Gone Girl. Gone Girl, that was what it was. Gone Girl. That's what it was. Gone Girl, what? Not Gossip Girl. I haven't read Gossip Girl. Gone Girl was really good. It started off really poorly, and then it switched like midway through, and then I was addicted and had to finish it in like that night. And I was like, I need to know what happened. And then it got into the psychology of things and how screwed up the person really was. So I was like, oh, this is interesting now. Anyway, got off topic there. Number 6, are you doing a 2016 reading challenge? Yes. My reading challenge is 75 books, and I'm also participating in a 2016 book challenge where I need to read 66 books off of a list, and it's just a type of book, like a sci-fi or a young adult or a book out of the normal genre, things like that. And so far I'm doing rather well. I have read 6 books. I am ahead of schedule, and I'm reading 7, 8, and 9 currently. And then this would be 10 once I finish winter. I haven't read the last couple of days. I've been taking a break and writing instead, so I'm hoping to pick up reading again today because I have the day off. Yay! Number 8, what book do you plan to buy next? I am not a plan buyer. When I buy a book, I go to the bookstore and I'm like, ooh, I want this one. Ooh, I want this one, until I have like a stack of 10 books, and then I have to narrow it down a little bit. But I will just go pick up random books, and if it's on sale, I might buy it. And if I'm actually looking for a particular book, I'll buy it on Amazon, but it's usually like last minute, like, hey, I want to read this, and then I'll go buy it. I don't actually plan ahead. I probably should, but what do you know? I won't read it if that happens. Do you have any favorite quotes, and would you like to share a few? I do not. I am horrible at quotes. Horrible. Absolutely terrible. I cannot remember quotes. I can't remember lines, even of shows that I've watched tons of times and shows I really like. I can remember like one word quotes, like Geronimo from Doctor Who, or see, that's really, or Make It So from Star Trek. Like, these are the little tiny ones, and those are mostly because you see them in memes all the time, so it's not even because I've watched it or read the book or whatever, it's just because I keep seeing it online, so I'm just really bad with quotes, really bad. Number 10, who are your favorite authors? I have a couple. The traditional publishing is Jim Butcher, Ransom Riggs, and Dean Koontz. Jim Butcher does the Dresden Files, Codex Alora, and the Cinder Spire series, which is the first book I just read, or the second book I read this year. All Dresden Files is my favorite of those 3. Ransom Riggs does Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. There's 3 books out right now, and if you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. It was very good. Marissa Myers is another one. I've been reading her books lately. I've only read the Lunar Chronicle series. I don't know if she's written anything else, but I really enjoy the Lunar Chronicle series. So if her writing style is the same throughout her other books, if she has any, then I also like her. I don't remember the name, but the author of Night Circus was very good. They've only written 1 book as well, just Night Circus, but that author is very good, and I will read anything else written by her. And Dean Koontz has been a favorite of mine since I was young. I have a ton of Dean Koontz books up there. I haven't read him recently, but I really like the thriller aspect. I like getting into the mind of the bad guy, so to speak. Number 11. Have you joined any groups? I have not. I'm in one group, but I don't really use it. It's a hashtag a yearathon. And it's supposed to be like encouraging to help you continue to read throughout the year, but I just delete the emails and I don't really participate. I haven't joined any other groups. I'm in too many groups on Facebook. I run too many groups on Facebook, so I'm mostly focused on that instead of Goodreads. I just use Goodreads to track what books I'm reading and what books I potentially want to read. And number 12, how many shelves do you have on Goodreads? I have 2. I don't use them. One is read in 2014, and that was silly to me to make because I had a Goodreads challenge, and one was did not finish, which I have had 4 books on there currently. I should probably add more because I currently have 12 books that state I'm currently reading, but I'm only reading 3. I've started Outlander but never got into it. I might if I actually sit down and try to finish it, but I was listening to the audiobook and it was just very slow paced. I started Golden Compass, but I had to return it to the library, and I started a couple other things that I just never finished or never got into. And instead of, I keep telling myself I'm just gonna go finish them, but I haven't yet. Oh, I forgot to mention all my favorite authors, non-published or self-published authors. Some of my self-published authors that I really enjoy are M.A. Ray. She is a friend of mine actually, and she writes some very good books called Hard Luck is the first one, and she also has a new series that's based off the same world. And Jennifer Ponce, or Jen Ponce, she's another friend of mine. She writes some amazing work, and she does all over this genre, from fantasy to horror to romance. And she has a little bit of everything for everyone. Bug Queen is one that I highly recommend. It's terrifying to me, but it's really good. And The Bazaar is also very good. There are so many authors that I know that just write really, really well, but I haven't gotten to all of them. I've read snippets, but I haven't read their books yet. I'm in the process of getting there, so bear with me. But anyway, those are all the questions that I have. If you have any questions for me, write them down below. And if you have answers to any of these questions, write them down below as well. If you have suggestions that I should check out for favorite authors, I would love to look into them. Though, as you can tell, I have a ton of books already. And that's all. Have a good day. Bye.